We can kind of see the table. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. This is Glitter and Girl Talk with Elaine Zelker, and this is episode number 4. And today I have a very special guest, Lorena Bravo from Organics Tan. I'm probably saying that wrong. Is it more to that? It's Organics Tan and...
Organic Tans and Beauty Bar.
Okay, Organic Tans and Beauty Bar. So we are in for a magical treat today. I'm super excited to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming
I'm
out.
happy
Yes,
to
this
be
is
here.
super excited. I always check and make sure that we're actually live on my page, and it looks like we are. So let's not look at our face. We have 3 people watching already. Hi, everybody. So we're gonna. So the reason behind Glitter and Girl Talk, this is episode number 4. We had a lot of excitement going on, and we do giveaways. And the main reason why I do this is I want to showcase women entrepreneur in the Lehigh Valley, and then eventually in the surrounding areas as well. That we're more than just what we have on our tagline. I'm more than just a photographer. You're more than just a tan person. We are the light behind the brand that we have. And a lot of people question, how did we get there? Or, oh, they just had that handed to them, or it's pretty easy. So a lot of this is, getting rid of the myths behind women entrepreneurs and what we do and how we've gotten there. But we do it in a fun way, and because I'm a photographer and a brand strategist, and I also do nails with Color Street, I'm going to do a little accent now on your nail, because when girls get together and they do beauty things and girly type things, we chat and we do a lot of girl talk. So hence the reason between Glitter and Girl Talk. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Hey, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna do a little accent now on your ring finger.
Perfect.
As we're chatting, and then maybe you can try to do your own later on that one as you're talking. So the pressure's completely on her to try to do this as she's doing. And then stick around to the very end, because we have a very special giveaway, and we will go give away on Sunday. So you'll have time from now. If you're watching this on replay, do #replay and let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. And especially if you have any questions about women entrepreneurship, about each of our businesses, leave them in the comments below as well, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. If not during this half hour, or we'll get back to them as soon as this is over. All right, so before I start playing with your nails, tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do here in the Lehigh Valley.
Okay, so I am Lorena Bravo. I was born and raised in Bogota, Colombia. I came to the U.S. in December 10th of 2001.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank
December
you.
10th is very special.
Yes, it is.
So I've lived here half my life now. Everybody knows how old I am because I'm dating myself. I'm a small business owner. My business is located in Allentown on 18th and Allen, West End. We're a specialty salon where we do luxury express treatments. Our main focus are custom spray tans, lash extensions, brow shaping, and PCA facials.
Very good. But that's not how you started, though. So I know a little bit when I talked to you a couple of weeks ago about your history and where you started, because a lot of times people will say, was that your vision to begin with? Did you want to have this beauty bar originally? Because I know you started with tan. So tell us a little bit about where you started and how you started, if that's okay. Like how
Yes.
you.
So I actually, after graduating from Kutztown University, I was working for the state. I was an intake worker for the for food stamps, medical assistance, and cash.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, I was a single mom at the time, so I needed a job with benefits for myself and my son. I did that until I met my husband, and at the time when I met him, I had gone through a very tough time medically with my skin, and so I was obsessed with getting spray tans. Once I met my husband, we were spray tanning me at home. So my business started in my shower. I got to the point where we were spray tanning myself and some of my friends in my shower, and I quit my full-time benefit job to...
That's a good thing. They've been there, done that. Scariest thing ever.
Yes, it is. To start my business. That was July 7th, 2011. And then I opened my first concept space in March of 2012.
So very quick though, and that's one of the things that I found out with especially some women entrepreneur. We're not the type of person that is like hurry up and wait, because opportunity, sometimes when opportunity comes to us, we're the type that we always talk about the fear and the passion thing, and you've got fear all the time, guys. I talk about this all the time, and you've got passion on the other, and there's something about some of us women entrepreneurs, especially the women I've been bringing in here, that they jump. We take that leap. And a lot of women are afraid to do that. They're afraid to take that leap because they're like, what if I fail? But what if you fly? You know, we hear that a lot. Like, you know, if you don't take the chance, you're never going to know how you can be successful. It's important to have a good support system, have a good tribe around you, collaborate with people around you, because you realize that it's not just about you and it's not just about your thing. You do need other people to surround you with positivity and get rid of the naysayers and stuff like that. So before I go on to the next question, I will start doing your little nail here. So we're gonna do this, I guess, like a black and silver glitter.
Yeah.
She got like a nice outfit on. And she already has red on, and I'm just gonna cover the red because you can do this. This is 100% nail polish strips. And first I always say, smell. Have you tried this yet?
No.
No, smell. So it's nail polish. So everybody's like, oh my God, it smells like nail polish because it's nail polish. 100% nail polish strips.
I
Lasts
love
up
that
to 2
smell.
weeks. And it's crazy. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. I have not painted my nails with regular nail polish in over a year.
What?
And I'm like a gypsy right now because look at all the colors on my nails. So, because during the week, when I meet people and stuff, I always have my samples on me, and they're always like, oh, what's up with your nails? Show me. So I wind up putting a different color, and whatever color I have, I wind up, so by the end of the week, I have like 30 different, not 30, maybe 10, because I have only 10 fingers. 10 different colors on my nails by the end of the week. So as I'm doing this, tell me what you think holds women back in business.
Two things that I'm convinced of, self-doubt and other women.
Ooh.
Yes.
What do you mean by other women? Like, what?
Well, do you want me to go into other women?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying
I know, it's so
focus
hard.
on this.
And I'm like 90, so I need to, and it's kind of dark in here today because it's pouring outside. So look, I need my old lady glasses to do this. So go ahead and, so what do you mean by other women not supporting you or being more like naysayers or not believing in you?
I think both. I think there's a lot of talk about women empowerment. You see it in every post. Some of those, I find that, not some, but many women, especially in the beauty industry itself can be so ugly. You just see it all. And I've been there. I've found an amazing support system, but I've also found women who are hurtful. So there's a lot of heartbreak in that too. That's why I'm saying other women. We are not willing to walk the walk. Many of us are just talking the talk. I cannot say that I myself I'm not guilty of that, I'm sure. There's been times where self-preservation can keep you from being truly there and supportive for other women. But we as women can be so powerful with words, with actions, and we can use that power to either good or bad.
Absolutely.
And I've been on both ends of the stick. So,
but don't you feel like too, the more you're investing in yourself and the more comfortable and confident you are in yourself, the less you hear the noise. The less you care about the noise because you're more
paying
confident.
attention. Not only that, but you're really paying attention to the things that matter to you, and that's why self-doubt is so important. That's like the worst thing that can happen is doubting yourself, but it happens constantly. So
I think that's the biggest stigma, especially for women. They have the fear and the self-doubt that something, it's not going to work. And it's like, but why do we even go into it with that persona? I think I've gotten to the point too where I think there is a time that it switches. I'm reading this book called Tim Grover, from my mentor Danelle recommended it, called Relentless. He was like Michael Jordan's trainer and stuff like that. So you can either be a cooler, that's somebody that just kind of sits back and gets stuff done, but they're really nervous about things, but they still work. Then you can be a closer. A closer's going to get things done, they get everything lined up, but they're not always going to take that initiative. Then you've got the cleaner. The cleaner comes in and just, no matter what, there is no self-doubt. There is no, think outside the box. There is no box. There is no, is the glass half empty or half full? They dump it out because if it's not working, they fill it up with something else.
Yeah.
There's never a reason not to do what they want to do. And they're considered cleaners. And I feel like as we get more empowered and as we grow in our own businesses, we become more cleaners because we mature and we've gone through a lot of crap to get to where we are. And for us women, sometimes I'm in photography and I know it was a little bit of a man's world when I started and trying to fight your way to have a name for yourself and stuff like that. But I think you just learn and mature too. I don't hear the noise anymore and I could care less. You know what I mean? If they have negativity to say, like that's not something that's going to hold me back.
Yes.
But there's still so many women that rely on external stimuli and external accolades in order for themselves to rise.
Correct.
So, but you've got to work on the inside out. You have to be confident in here for anything else to work for you. And that's surrounding yourself by like-minded women.
Yes,
Women that believe in you and they're happy about your successes. They're not going like this, they're praising you. And as you're going up, you're bringing other people with you.
Yes.
And that's so exciting. Awesome.
Yes.
So what do you think you're now? That was so fast. Like nobody even knew I did it that fast.
Oh my gosh, look.
It's already on, 2 seconds. It's completely dry. And as we're chatting, you're gonna have to try to do your pink on the other side. Yes. So there's 3 layers. So there's 3 little layers. You take the plastic off first, like that. And then this side's a little bigger than that side. Do you have gel on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do too. So you got to stretch it a little bit to reach all over because she's got red on, so we've got to cover all the red. So when I peel this off, you take this little tab off. We're doing our nails too, isn't it funny? And then you stretch it a little bit because when you have gels, it makes the bed of your nail a little bit thicker. So now that should be ready. So what you do is you kind of roll it. So you start from this side, roll it across, and then really press it down. But before we do that, your other one was if you had lotion on. I'm gonna wipe it with alcohol first. So just because it just takes any lotions or anything like that. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next question.
Yes.
Too. All right, we're gonna skip that one for now. I know that one of them. Okay, I want to do this one. All right. So what would others be surprised to learn about you? You got to do this one.
Oh yes,
now.
thank you.
How you, so multitasking because we women we do that all the time.
That's right.
Good morning, Allison. How are you, sweetie?
Hi. I'm sorry.
Let me just say, there you go. What would surprise you? What would others be surprised to learn about you? Tell us something we don't know about you, or not many people do know about you.
Not many people know about me. I've had at least 3 near-death experiences.
What?
Yes. I told you I was born and raised in Colombia. I 80s. So that was big time in Colombia with Pablo and all of that, and mainly the violence that
So sorry,
that erupted.
You're gonna do like this. You take your other nail, and
Yeah.
you're gonna perforate it underneath there, and just go really slow are the edges,
Oh.
and that's it. So you don't even need
So
tools
I
for
just,
this.
like, wrap
And see
this
how you
thing
just kind of like use your nail as a tool to perforate it off.
Okay.
Sorry. So go ahead and you watch that little cornice that happened at the other because the red will pop out.
Okay.
We can always fix it later.
That's okay. Yes, thank
Yes.
you. Okay, so it was a very violent time. I witnessed the kidnapping of a mayor.
Oh my.
That was the first time I ever saw a guerrilla man and grenades and things like that.
And how old were you then?
I was 13 years old when that happened. I have an uncle who once kidnapped me. That was really scary. I was probably 8 or 9 years old, and I thought we were going to die.
Oh my gosh.
And just, when Pablo Escobar was bombing all of Bogota in an effort to stop extradition, we lived in constant fear of death. There were many bombings, and I just remember that I do have to say that even though I remember those things vividly, I, for all accounts, had a very happy childhood. I never knew anything different, and really that's a tribute to my mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So like any little thing that happens to you in life now, you're like,
I've been through
do you
worse.
feel like, dude, it's like, really? Oh my God, like you're worried because you couldn't get your latte right today. It's like, really? It's like you just rise above that, and you know what you've been through in your heart. That's what makes you a strong businesswoman, you know, you a go-getter and stuff like that. So, oh my God, thank you for sharing that. That is definitely something that surprised me. I had no clue. Like, we're getting to know each other as well. So it's like,
so something important about that I think it's important to highlight is that every time an opinion of somebody else's appears in my head, I remind myself that most negative, invalid, bad opinions that somebody else has about you have mostly nothing to do with you, and those people don't know me. So, you know, people who really know me and know deep things about myself like that get a better perspective of who I am and what I am about. So I always remind myself that those opinions don't matter, but it's difficult. It's an exercise that you have to do constantly. So
one of the things I teach in, I do like an 8-week mastermind class, and we go through the Ogmandino scrolls. Good morning, Alexis. She sat at her table at the women's business thing last week.
oh, hi!
Hi, Alexis. She just put her nail on for the first time. She's gonna be addicted like you are. But one of the things that I teach is the Ogmandino scrolls, and it's an 8-week intensive class where we go over the philosophies of building a bigger, stronger you to make your gifts and talents shine, but using the philosophies that are going to make you get rid of that self-doubt. But it starts with you. And then the second scroll that we read is, I will greet this day with love in my heart. It's written on my computer every day. I do that because you never know who you're going to encounter. And it starts with self-love, obviously, if you love yourself first, but everybody you meet throughout the day, I have a certain look that I give people now that I send them love no matter where I go. And it's making that initial eye contact with the cashier at Giant, my bank teller, the gas, somebody that's pumping my gas. I make a contact, and in my head, silently, I say, I love you. And it makes my day so much better, and I feel like that love is actually poured into other people, because you don't know them personally. I never knew that, but I would still show you so much love without knowing your history, because that's the person I am. We need more people that are more compassionate like that.
Yeah.
And I'm teaching
empathetic,
absolutely, because it's like you don't know, because somebody loves them. Somebody in their life loves them, no matter if they've done some bad stuff in the world, they've done other things, but they have a mom, they have a dad, they have siblings maybe, or a spouse and children that love them like they're a big teddy bear, so we can't judge them. So I greet each day with love in my heart, and people that I meet, I'm constantly pouring love into them, and that has changed my life significantly in the last 6 months, where everywhere I go, I have these scrolls embedded in my mind that I will greet each day with love in my heart. Today I begin a new life. So every day I go into that with that mentality. So little tips and tricks of how I tick and how things work for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we'll do that one last. Who is in your tribe? We talk a lot about surrounding yourself around with like-minded people, but is it people that are in your family that help raise you? Is it people in the industry? Tell me a little bit about who is in your tribe of either women or whoever it can be. It could be a spouse, I mean, anybody.
No, it's both. It's both family and some other business owners. Some of them don't even know how much they've helped, but really and truly, you know, my husband first and foremost. Even my 12-year-old, as little as he is so involved in everything that I do, and he genuinely cares about my day, and he gives me advice, and you know, to hear a child's perspective, which is so clean, pure,
and real, and straight out.
It just keeps me grounded, you know, like to know that these people whose opinion of me matters, these are people who have said to me, you know, and I reach out for them for advice, to them for advice, I should say. For instance, you know, to be able to say, you know, like, I did this. What do you think about that? And if they can tell me, you know, your integrity was not at its best there, you know, but here's how you can climb back. Those are the people in my tribe.
Yeah.
So my tribe is very, very, very small.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have a lot. And that's because, you know, it's better for me that way.
Yeah. And there's been studies before that we need that collaboration and we need to be around like-minded people like that to help us grow. I'm in a little group called, I don't know if you saw like my post that I put the other day, that I'm in a CEO group. And it's not CEO because we are CEOs of our company, chief executive officers. It's challenge each other. And there's only 6 of us in the group, and all of us come from different walks of life. There's Ashley, Russo and stuff like that, and Tina, and my friend Christine.
Love them.
So we are very strong, powerful women that come with all these different backgrounds.
Yes.
And we try to meet monthly or every other month to decompress. As women entrepreneurs, we have families. We all have the same struggles. We have spouses. Some have been divorced. I've been divorced. Like, how are we doing all this stuff? So we vent to each other. We collaborate with each other. We support each other. We raise each other up. We hold each other accountable, which is huge.
Yeah.
Like I would say to you, if this is your goal this month, we're not going to let you go. We're not going to let you off the hook because next month you better prove something that happened with that goal. So finding accountability partners is extremely important as well, because once you put it out there, it's out there for good, and you need to, be held accountable for those actions to reach your goals, and have a support system that's also going to be real with you and say, that's terrible, like that's not going to work, and they're real with you, and you're okay hearing that.
Yes, absolutely.
You're okay hearing that from the people that are, quote, in your tribe.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. So, finding those like-minded people, and they don't have to be in the beauty industry. They don't have to be photographers, and actually having different backgrounds actually, I think, helps more by surrounding yourself around that.
I think that finding people who have had the courage to do what you've done and who are out there getting dirty in the arena, have gotten their ass kicked,
Yes.
For lack of a better word, sorry. Have gone through heartbreak, pain, really high highs, really low lows. Those are the people who matter. Those are people whose opinions I hold high.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ashley and Tina, I went in for a meeting one time to talk about a video, and I came out with possibly the best power hour of my life.
Those are my girls.
They don't really know me, but they've been through that through that struggle, and they could honestly tell me, you're being soft, you're doing this, this is how you could improve, this is what you're doing great.
Yeah.
So somebody who's really telling you how it is, and whose opinion you value, because you know that they've been through that, and they're speaking from personal experience.
Absolutely.
So.
And that brings us to real quick to mentors. We talked a little bit about mentors and the importance of having mentors. I know I have them. I had them in photography. I had them for my branding and building my business. And I know you said that you were either looking for one or, a lot of people.
I am.
So a lot of people do use mentors for different things. You can use them for business development. I mentor people for empowerment. So when I discovered and I finally came to fruition what my mission, values, and vision are, everything changed for me. It's not about taking a pretty picture. It's not about doing a DIY video or just speaking. My mission is to empower as many people as I can to help bring out their gifts and talents to make them shine. What I do to get there now reflects through my values. Like my values come into play. Because if something doesn't align with my values, I'm not going to do it because it's not going to feed into my overall mission.
Yes.
Like Sundays, I want to be with my family. I don't want to shoot on Sundays. I don't want to work on Sundays anymore because I used to all the time. But that's going to start going against my values, which is going to affect my overall empower and my vision.
Yes.
And my mission.
Right.
So figuring out what your mission is, your vision, and your values, I teach women to do that first, because everything else around that should relay what you're putting out there. The people that you hire for your company, I'm sure, have to have some of the same values you have to target the mission of your company. Because if not, it's not going to work. And we probably have made mistakes. I know I've made mistakes where I bring people in and I'm like, it has complete opposite of what my values are. But until I knew clearly what those were, it was mishmash. And I'm finally figuring out that I know what my mission is. So I know my value has to be portrayed through my entire brand.
Yes.
Do you find that as well, like when you're hiring people? And how many people do you have under working for you?
So I've had a total of 12 hires since I started my business, and currently I have I should know this right at the top of my head, 4 estheticians that are full-time, a cosmetologist, and that's part-time, and my mom who's the manager.
Yes.
So a couple of people, you know, and you know, through trials and tribulations of work, hiring, and things like that, you do find that, you know, not everybody aligns with each other, which is okay. My biggest thing is accountability.
Yes,
I want to be held accountable, and I equally hold people to that same standard of accountability. So accountability is big for me. And through it, you know, it's impossible to know whether somebody's going to fit all of those goals when you're in an interview and it all seems amazing and dandy.
Been there.
Seriously.
Oh yeah.
And then versus the reality of 3, 6 months, a year, 3 years. You know, people change, goals change. My ultimate goal, and I always tell all of my staff this, is that, you know, when they come in, I see potential that I want to develop.
Yes.
For me, ultimately, and I'm notable for hiring people who have no experience. I don't require them to have a full book. I never want them to have a full book. Ideally, they don't come from a place where we're doing the same thing, because I strongly believe in not taking anything from anybody, and I hope that by making a hire like that, that they get right off the bat that thing from me that says, you know, she's not looking for a book, she's not looking for somebody with experience. What I'm looking for is potential, and really developing that potential, and really finding that, and that takes courage for me and for them.
Yeah.
You know?
And you become, and this is so important, because you're, take credit for that too, because, and you do, but you're the cornerstone now to build them. With you're setting a strong foundation for them, because people don't understand what the cornerstone is. It's the first brick that is laid in the foundation, right? If you're a part of that first brick, everything else is going to lay perfectly. If not, it comes and it's a mess.
And it's
so
right.
It's, you're not having somebody come in with the house already built to try to go on your foundation. You're building them up, and that's so important for women. All right, so we've got to wrap it up, but we got to end on our giveaway. So you're going to go ahead and explain what the giveaway is this week, and I'm going to grab some nails that's going to match what's in her bag. So you go ahead and pull that over, and we got to come up with a hashtag or something fancy about how they're going to win this. So
okay,
go ahead.
So I just want to say real quick about this. I brought Mark and Bain. Mark and Bain is currently our best retail seller at the salon. We actually got it from, here we go, check it out.
Ooh.
It's a self-tanner.
Oh my God, my daughter's gonna love that. Em, if you're still on, get in there.
It has about 60 applications. I brought it so that I could really shake it. We actually got this at Cosmoprof in Bologna, which is probably the biggest beauty show in the world, at least for the Western world. So this is exciting. We import Mark and Bain directly from the Netherlands, which is nice. Really cool. But you can spray it on your face and your chest. It has about 60 applications, but most clients who are self-tanning want to self-tan their legs, their arms, other areas. So I brought a glove to go with it. It's nice. Amazing.
Yes.
There's directions on how to use that. Also, other things that we care about at the salon, your brows. So this is a tinted brow gel. It's awesome. You don't need anything but just to apply that on, leave out the door.
That might not make the basket. I'm taking that.
And lastly,
this is great.
So I brought our 3 favorite things.
Yes.
Something for your skin for a spray tan, because that's what we do. Something for your brows, because brows are important. And lashes.
Oh, I love that shirt. I'm so excited. Let's see the back.
Get a lash tee. It says Organic Tans and Beauty
I love it, you guys. Oh, you're getting spoiled today.
This is actually somebody from here in Easton.
Makes them for you?
Did them for us, yes. So don't ask me for the names.
No.
But
put it in later.
But I will find if anybody wants to know.
And you'll also get 2 nail strips for that. I'm going to add that in there. So I'm kind of going with that dark theme. I'm doing Steel City and Shangri-La. You can overlay the Shangri-La over that. So how pretty is that? So you can do that on most of them. And then this is kind of see-through.
Yes.
So you can still see a little bit of that dark gray coming through that. So we are popping those in there as well. So in order to win all of this, you have to share our video, because we want empowered women to empower other women. So share our video, tag both of us, and follow us, and then you will be in the running. I will come back on live on Sunday and do the drawing. So you definitely have to tag us in a video and share this video, and comment below where you're watching from, and just share the love. That's about it, guys. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Glitter and Girl Talk. I'm so happy.
Thank you so much.
I am so inspired. Every week I am just blown away by the talent and the smarts of the women that are coming into the studio, and I appreciate your time, and thank you for coming.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys, have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye.